Good morning, everybody. Oren J here with another War of the Visions video, and our days of being able to preview everything on Tuesday might be coming to a close in a couple of months, but we're not there yet. We still do get to have our Tuesday preview videos for a little bit, and we've got a Final Fantasy V preview video to do today. We're going to talk about Bartz, we're going to talk about Lena, and we're going to talk about Love for Hiryu, the VC, as well as the new 140s that are coming to global and the new weapons. So let's jump right in there. Check it out. I'll try to make this a shorter than 20-minute video, which I'm 0 for 2 on so far this week. It's been a week for long videos. I'll try to keep this one a little bit shorter. Anyway, here's our guy, Bartz. Now, Bartz, that may or may not be his actual name from Final Fantasy V. If you played, you know. His TMR, Flying Dragon Armor. This is a free guy, and in my opinion, his TMR is the freest thing on him. It is the thing where, like, I don't know that anybody's super excited about this TMR. It's not bad. It's an attack steroid with Dispel Haste, but that's definitely equivalent to a free unit. It's not very great is what I'm trying to say. However, after that, his kit is just amazing. Like, he's a top tier damage dealer, going to pair really well with people like Wing Stern. His AoE resist 10, the slash attack penetration master ability, those numbers aren't high, but they are very good numbers. Especially, I do like that AoE resist. He has AP consumption down here, as well as more reaction block rate. So he's a very reaction block rate kind of unit. And then Blood Sword, we're going to talk about this Blood Sword skill in a minute. It's going to be like one-shotting people potentially. It's going to hit super, super hard. His kit, you're pretty much always going to be run Entrusted Warrior Sword skill. This is attack, defense pin 40, accuracy 20, AoE resist 12. So here's already a way you can stack 22 AoE resist on this guy with just his master ability and his support ability. Again, mix in some gear, vision cards, espers, things like that. You can easily juice this man's AoE resist up really high. His other new support job is initial AP up and acquired AP up. I like this in theory. I would really like it in PvE situations, guild raids, trials of reckoning, where AP is really a problem. Otherwise, I think my favorite two are knowledge of martial artists, which is attack and defense pin. You do these two together, you're at 80 defense pin just from support abilities, or agility and move +1. You never know when you'll need agility and move +1. So that's where I'm looking with his support abilities. Counter moves. You're probably just going to run physical reflex. He's definitely a unit who, by counter move anyway, will prefer to fight physical teams. Here's a 20% chance to reduce damage by 45, or you can go 15% chance to reflex it. I like the 15% chance to reflex better myself. Okay, his main job. Your cheat move for this guy is 121% modifier. He scales off of attack, dex, agility, and luck, if you were wondering, with an attack and agility debuff. Not bad. He has an AoE move right here, medium range, small AoE with Dispel Courage. So there we go. When you're looking at these units, right, one thing you're looking for is modern things. Like, what modern damage types, what modern resists, what modern buffs, debuffs, stuff like that do they have? Here is one. Being able to remove courage is very much something you want in the modern game. He's got an AoE version of it. Now, his buffs, in my opinion, this dude has 3 good buffs, and you're going to have to just pick probably about 2 of them on each map. The first one, Courage to Face. This gives him 40 slash attack resist pin. Again, already putting him at 80, which is awesome. And a really interesting new ability. When a friendly unit within range casts another skill, he will follow up attack. So you stack AoE resist on this guy, he moves in towards the enemy, and then when his friends are attacking, he will follow up attack for them. That follow up attack is a typeless, colorless, 50% damage modifier attack. Here's the range on it. So, you know, your ally's going to have to be standing fairly close to you and the enemy, but okay, I like it. Group up, stack AoE resist, and have this guy do some follow-up attacks for you. Cool. I dig it. I dig it. So I think that's a really good TP move. Then Defender that gets upgraded to Boko's Amulet. This is reduced physical damage taken 70% for self. So again, more of that anti-physical action going on here, and a 20 AoE resist buff for 4 turns for allies. That 4 turns comes from the upgrade to the skill. It was 3, now it's 4, and you're already at 42 AoE resist from just support ability, master ability, and this buff. And you can easily get 20 more from a vision card, and now you're at 60 some, and you're just not getting killed by AoE attacks. So I love that. Now, speaking of AoE resist, Zingery, this is a debuff AoE resist 30 for targets in a diamond-shaped AoE and a 200% modifier. The AI is going to love this move. It's a big modifier. It debuffs a modern type of resist, so he has a way of penetrating through AoE resistance. Actually, not even penetrating. It's like a 1-turn decrease in AoE resist. It's not a 3-turn debuff. Still, he has a way of getting around AoE resist, which not very many people have. And then Bloodsword. This was the move that was upgraded by his 140. It is a 240% modifier attack. With the upgrade, you turn off counterattacks for the target for 3 turns and absorb 50% of the damage done. And if the target has haste or AP restore, the modifier goes up by 60% to 300%. This move is going to crush people. It is a single target move, so that is either a drawback or a win if the enemy's stacking AoE resist. Either way, turn off counterattacks, massive modifier with a heal attached to it. Great main job. A+ modern damage dealer main job right here. Okay, Traveler for around the world. The sub job on it, and not so good. You have a long range typeless light attack, and you have an HP regenerate / attack self buff. Yeah, you're probably not running that one. Instead, I think you're going to run Boxer. Boxer gives you courage. So not only can you remove courage, you can give yourself courage, which is still really important. The courage is better than normal courage because it also restores a little bit of AP. And this also gives you access to striking type moves, as well as a chaining move. So he does have that in his kit. You have Viking subjob, which I don't think too many people will run. And then you have the Limit Break. The Limit Break upgrades the skill Zingiri. So that's how you get Zingiri from AoE resist 30, 165% to AoE resist 30 down to 100%. So the Limit Break will make Zingiri hit harder. Just keep in mind that's how that works. Then decrease / resistance on the target for just this cast, 200% modifier. The Limit Break is okay. Like, it will hit hard. It'll make another one of your skills hit hard. But I really think you're all about those buffs for him. You're about getting that AoE resist on your team. And you're about trucking people with Bloodsword and knocking their AoE resist down or their courage off. Really good physical attacker for light. You're going to be happy about that. He's the free unit. She seems like the free unit when we look at their kits, but it's him. So great job. Light living the best free-to-play life. Or at least low spender life anyway. Now let's talk about Lena here. So with Lena, her master ability, not great. 15% HP, activation time down. It's fine. It's fine. More survivability and faster spells. Okay, great. Princess of Tycoon Kingdom is a healing job, so she is a healing magic scaling unit. Her TMR is a magic buff with critical evade for diamond-shaped allies. Another armor TMR, again, not really super impressive on the stats right there. Her dream ability is spirit, critical evade, and upgrade the skill to blessings. Her master ability is all about not dying and casting spells faster, which, as a healer, are really important things for you. Caring Heart, this support ability. This is good. Magic 24, healing power up 20. Excellent. We got big guys. Tanks in this game right now have humongous HP pools. We're talking 15,000 plus HP pools in a lot of like reincarnated tank situations. More healing power is a good thing for your healers. Then AoE resist 15. Love that they tagged that on there. What else are you going to run with this? Well, you could get magic and AP consumption down. You could get more activation time down. You could go magic resist, earth resistant HP, or buff duration for the thing with Emerald Echo is it's buff duration for your stat increasing buffs, like agility up, like green mage looking buffs, right? That's why it's a green mage support ability. Counter moves. You have a 50% chance to take 30% less magic damage or a 100% chance to take 30% less physical damage. I'm sorry. I wish it was physical damage. Then she'd be OP. It's actually missile damage. Or a 20% chance to dispel counter. I don't know. I probably like this one, obviously, unless you're fighting against missile, then you run the missile team. Debuff. Counter move, whatever. I'm trying to keep talking. Let's keep rolling. Her new main job. She has single target cure for 210% modifier there. She has a slash resistance self buff that gives her protect. This is probably one of her like weaker moves in my opinion. Like protect is nice, more slash resistance, whatever. She's a support. You really want her doing things to other people, not buffing her own slash resist, in my opinion. Now, one of her really good skills is Princess's Prayer, which gets upgraded. This is a 210% heal for allies in a diamond-shaped AoE. It increases their physical and magic damage by 20% for 2 turns. So your team goes in there, they're trading with the enemy. She then tops them off with this heal. They now do 20% more damage. That's great. I really like this heal. She's got another one kind of like it with her limit break. She has another group buff here, Tycoon Protection. This is a 40 spirit buff for allies. That's a lot of spirit. Spirit ain't what it used to be, but that is a lot of it. And it drops her aggro. She has a long range small AoE damage move, Araga, that gives her some CT back. This is the bread and butter of her kit right here. This is the thing that is great in her kit. Like, it's the greatest thing. She can give re-raise to an ally while also giving re-raise to herself. Well, there's only one use of it, but that's actually fine, because in a fight, she would never cast this twice anyway. She would cast it once, and because she gives herself the buff, the AI would not like go ahead and cast it on your other ally and then like refresh her own buff. It will just be used on one person. Still, with one cast, she has 2 people on your team re-raise. I do like that a lot. With the upgrade to 2 blessings, she also gives them 20% earth resist and 40 elemental chain resist. So a very strong skill. This is her strongest ability in my opinion. So there's that. Now, if you go with her sub job, she has a short range, very small, like line AoE damage move that decreases attack and magic. And this is interesting because like with her sub jobs, I don't know if there's a great one on there. So do you run this one, and will the AI use it? Restore AP 40 to allies. Kind of nice. Just give your allies in an AoE 40 AP. Okay, that's cool. I dig it. It's only one use, which I feel like they could have given that to. So in your fight 2 in Guild Wars, you're not out of this and out of this. That feels bad. I guess that's when you default to these other ones. Still, okay, there's that. Sword Sorcerer will give her access to some damage if you want her doing it, but nothing really long range and not a ton of AoE in there. She does have access to a self shell with magic resist and another self re-raise that gives her AoE resist while she has it on. Green Mage sub. Yep, it's Green Mage. You have an agility buff here. You have your decreased elemental resist here. And then her limit break. This is the other diamond-shaped AoE heal she has. 310% modifier. So a bigger heal. It also gives Protect and Shell. So she has a big heal that gives you more damage. She also has a bigger heal that gives you Protect and Shell. Really going to be a good healer. My thing is, I think Butts over here, let's go with Butts, is the better of the 2 units, and he's the giveaway. So there might not be a ton of pulling this week, although there are a ton of people who are just fans of this game, and so they will go for Lena because they like her, and that is the number one reason to feel like pulling a unit, is because you want to play them, you like them. She'll be plenty good as a healer, plenty good. Now they do both come, oh, there's a vision card. This is Butts' vision card. It has HP attack and AP on it. For the unit, you get attack and accuracy, both things he wants. You get human killer 30, elemental chain resist, and accuracy. Let me show you my favorite thing about this VC. First of all, the group buff is really, really good, but look at the light team that can take advantage of this group buff. You're talking Butts, Wingstern, Warrior of Light, Engelbert, Ramza, heck, Elsorel's on there if you use her. You got cost limited tank Marielle. You got Thancred for the fanboys. The biggest deal is you got these 2. This is 2 really top tier physical damage, light slashing units that love to stack AoE resist, love to go in there and fight the enemy team. You could run a double bruiser healer comp, and they would, both of these units, get the effects of the new vision card. I love it for that. Otherwise, the other elements, dark's kind of whatever. Water, yeah, no. Lightning, okay, there's a cost limited lightning team in there. I see that. Earth, Bradley's on there. As soon as you see Bradley, you're like, wait, this could be something. Noctis is very soon for us, like probably very, very soon now with the updates. Going to get a nice buff to himself. So you have a pretty strong cost limited Earth team here with Bradley, Noctis, and then a cost limited Earth tank in either Mont or Balo. So that's a good, Earth is a very good element for this card. Wind, nope. Ice, what do we got? Nope again. And then fire, what do we got? Okay, King Hio is on there. Maybe you mix in a Pissarro, but it'd have to be like Bruiser Pissarro with this lineup. It is what it is. I think it's a very great light card, a very great earth card. And then if you want to mix and match with it, I do think the card itself is powerful with human killer, elemental chain resist, and accuracy built in. Okay, Butts gets a sword. Now, Butts' sword has 2 versions you might want to build. The attack version has the most attack, but the accuracy version does have 28 accuracy. If you are him, you get slash attack pin 20, AP consumption down 15, and reaction block rate 30 with the slash attack 15 on it, like it would have for everybody else. Here's the deal with this sword. If you're building this guy, go ahead and build his sword. It's good for him. Same story with the Majesty of Tycoon. You build the magic version of this because healers want magic. It gives Lena HP, magic, and agility. 3 excellent stats for her, and healing power 15. More healing power is great. And maybe for some other healers in the game, who use staffs, they might want this too, especially if you're a newer player and don't have a ton of equipment built up. This is a healing power staff. It's just going to be particularly good for her. Okay, we're getting some 140s this week. We're going to hit 20 minutes, aren't we? I tried to keep it short, y'all. Maybe we'll hit 19 minutes instead of 20. Anyway, Lena is getting her dream ability upgrade. She's getting 20 magic resist, 10 AoE resist, and Sparkle Shower is getting a very clever upgrade right here. So Sparkle Shower is a long range, small AoE attack. Previously, it did 165 modifier and decreased accuracy by 43. Still does that. So Fena's still a good unit to run alongside some like light evade teams. Now it also turns counter moves off for 3 turns. So okay, very useful. You don't see a ton of Fena, but she can run with light evade and some like cost limited. She's just 60 cost, and like that's a lot. You can run 50 cost MRs and cost limited and oftentimes feel like you're getting 60 cost power. That holds her back a little bit. Still a nice upgrade for her. Okay, Kadia gets a really strong buff. She's a 50 coster, which I like even better. She's getting Earth Resist, Dark Resist, which is her kit is all about that. Healing power 15, and then Dual Veil Earth Darkness gets upgraded. This is a very, very strong green mage upgrade. So 35% resist to earth and dark elements in a diamond-shaped AoE. It now also gives 100 defense debuff resistance and protect to your team. This buff is good enough that people run units like Kadia in cost limited situations. Like because you're going to be able to find dark teams probably, and you're probably going to be able to find earth teams. Those are 2 of the most prominent elements in the game. This buff makes you 35% harder to kill against them, and if they're physical, it makes you even harder to kill against them with protect. Very good buff for Kadia. She's sitting pretty at 50 cost. And then last, and maybe least, maybe not least, I don't know, is Grace. So Grace's dream upgrade. She's getting casting time activation down by 200. She is getting Spirit 15 and Mind Enhancement upgrade. Mind Enhancement is a magic focused anti-magic focused group buff. Gives Spirit 20, Spirit debuff resist 100. It used to be 50. Gives Shell, that's the new thing, and it increases healing power for her. It's a strong buff, like it's a fine buff, and it's a buff that somebody like her would like. Again, I just don't know if a ton of people are playing Grace. I don't think a ton of people are. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys. We're going to keep this to about a 17.5-minute video, which is 2.5 minutes better than the videos I've been making so far this Monday. It has been a crazy day. So much happening in the game. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.